Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's that Kanye, man. You feel me? Man, these playoffs are starting to get whacked, though, bro. The Heat series is whack. The Phoenix series is whack. That's why I say the only good series is the motherfucking Milwaukee series and the Milwaukee series and the motherfucking Warriors series are the only two exciting and entertaining series. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they shouldn't have did that, bro. They should have put that Heat series with one of them other series and vice versa. You feel what I'm saying? So, but let me break it down, though. Let me break this down, nigga. Philly, the chemistry, the cohesion is not there. It's like it's a bunch of individuals out there, and they're waiting for Joel Embiid to come back, and guess what? He's just another individual. Joel Embiid is going to get his numbers, going to probably, you know what I'm saying, give Philly a chance to win, but in the long run, I'm letting Joel Embiid get his numbers. I'm going to let him go one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to throw different bodies at him. Dwayne Dedman, motherfucking Bam Adebayo. If you have to bring Yet Servant in and come get fouls, you feel me? You're 7. And then you can bring Markieff Morris in to get fouls. You know what I'm saying? That's 6 fouls each. That's about 24 fouls each. So get your money's worth. So I'm talking about slap that motherfucker on the wrist. I'm talking about bang him, all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? To fuck up the whole, you know, everything going on. Because I see that they don't function right without Joel Embiid. And then James Harden and Doc Rivers. As far as Doc Rivers, y'all already know how I feel about Doc Rivers. I just don't feel he's a good coach. He has made no adjustments in this series. James Harden is still being James Harden. And James Harden is trying to get Doc fired. There's no chemistry between Doc and James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Doc and James Harden had a little, you know, on-court coach-player differential on the court. And it looked real bad, the magnitude of right now that y'all really want to have a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Right now when we know that James Harden is not playing well and motherfucking Doc Rivers is not coaching well. So this is what this looks like. You feel what I'm saying? So to have that back and forth right now at this juncture in the game, you know what I'm saying? It looks bad. That's like a back and forth that you would have like in a regular season, though. You feel me? But not right now, though. You feel me? And James Harden, why are you saying anything? You're not putting forth effort on either end of the floor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those little weak ass dribble moves that you're doing, and that's fucked up that Doc Rivers is even in this position. Daryl Morey, you suck. Elton Brand, you suck even more for even allowing Daryl Morey to come over there and just fuck all the shit up. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a good player development. They don't draft well. You get what I'm saying? Tyrese Maxey probably gonna end up walking. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's something going on in Philly. There's something going on in Philly. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got rid of all their former number 1 draft picks. They all playing for another team right now. So the organization is in shambles, bro. You know what I'm saying? They lost to Atlanta last year. You know what I'm saying? So in which they had a home court, and then they come back and motherfucking this year about to stink the joint up. You know what I'm saying? Joel Embiid always getting orbital bone fractures. It's just like the shit is motherfucking crazy, bro. It's unfortunate, but yeah, he should have been in the game at that juncture. Just like Derrick Rose shouldn't have been in the game at the juncture when he got injured against the same Philadelphia team. Tore his ACL. And then we know how the rest of his career is shaped out thus far. You know what I'm saying? He's still battling little injuries here and there. You know what I'm saying? To the lower extremities, but he's still productive. You feel what I'm saying? But he need to get the fuck away from these organizations that's not trying to win. He need to go play for a motherfucking contender. Derrick Rose and Carmelo Anthony deserve the right to go play for a championship contender. At least. They deserve to be, you know what I'm saying, playing playoff basketball. And I'm not talking about some bubble shit. I can care less about that. I'm talking about they need to play meaningful games. Like, you know what I'm saying? To where they will have a chance to at least get a ring. You know what I'm saying? To cement their legacies. You feel me? Because at this juncture in the game, they done made all the money in the game. They done won all the awards in the game. Now it's time to really win. They want to win. Like most older cats do. J. Kidd did it when he carried franchises, Phoenix, Dallas, New Jersey Nets. And then what? Later on, he went to Dallas, boom, got his ring. You feel me? And that was his second stint with Dallas. And he got a ring. You feel what I'm saying? Steve Nash trying to do all the old heads. Once you're not a superstar anymore, now it's time to go chase. You feel me? And they try to get rings. Can they still be impactful? You know what I'm saying? At an older age? Yeah, they can. I mean, it's limited, but I mean, they can do it. You know what I'm saying? They bring that veteran leadership. They done been in all the situations there is to be in, so they can help the younger guys along. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing on Philly. The Heat is the Heat. You know what I'm saying? The Heat gonna play the same way every time, unless they just don't show up and get no effort. You know what I'm saying? We seen the Heat let Philly battle their way back in the game when they had them down big. So just being not engaged and not interested. But if they can get, if Victor Oladipo can be anything close to what he used to be for the Heat, then that poses a big problem on any other team in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. Because they have depth. The Heat are so deep. And then Jimmy Buckets ain't even really playing for real. And he getting a casual 24 and 12 assists. Or like 6 rebounds. So it's like, he's not even really playing for real. When Jimmy Buckets start to assert himself, I'm not calling him the best in the league, but you already know how I feel about Jimmy. That's one of my favorite players. I love the underdogs. That's why I fuck with all underdogs, bro. I love the story. The number 1 picks and all that, I don't fuck with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's too much hype. Like, you can't convince me that, okay, why is this guy a number 1 pick, but this guy is second, third round, but he look way better than this guy. Jordan Poole, if they do that draft over, how many teams is taking Jordan Poole? Way ahead of what he went in that draft 3-4 years ago. Just think about it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. And then let's go over here to let's go over to this Dallas series. Phoenix is who we thought they were. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna play the right way. They're gonna play hard. They got motherfucking they got defenders and rebounders. You know what I'm saying? They got a solid big. You know what I'm saying? But we know Chris Paul is a choke artist. Chris Paul does all of that flopping around and all them antics. I don't know what the hell Luka is scared of when Chris Paul is guarding him, because you know Chris Paul looking for that steal to come up under you. Just back his little ass down and shoot over him. It's like shooting over a motherfucking chair. Shoot over his little ass. It's like they be fading away on little people. You turn and shoot over him, because if the player is underneath you, a lot of times, more times than not, if you're fading away, the referee not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. If you're turning and shooting and straighten up and going towards the basket, and that player's up under you or anywhere in your landing space, then you're going to get the benefit of the doubt on the call. You know what I'm saying? At least 70-something, 80% of the time, they're going to give you that call. But all them fadeaways and shit, come on, bro. On a little guy, you don't need to do that. Now, maybe on somebody that a little bit more length, you know what I'm saying, in size, you might be able to fade away. But on them little people, you got to posterize them. You got to put them in a blender straight up and just shoot over them. Create a little space with a little nudge in the shoulder, a little chicken wing, you know what I'm saying, and then rise up, period. But they don't work on that game enough for that, though, so. You know what I'm saying? Luka is fucking the Euro James Harden. Yeah, he's the Euro James Harden. A lot of these players, bro, only play one dimension. They only play one way. And they only play one side of the ball. Luka killed the Mavericks yesterday. The Mavericks was making a run when they had Luka on the bench. He kept going to the locker room, you know what I'm saying, and the fans was treating him like LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying, it seemed like he was quitting. What the fuck you going to the locker room for every other time out? Damn, bro, you got to use the bathroom that many times, bro? You in the heat of battle, nigga, they need you on the court. Or do they? You know what I'm saying? I love Luka. I love Luka's swag, you know what I'm saying, and his competitiveness. But I don't really like his game that much. The dribble, step back. It's like everybody else, like I said and alluded to, you know what I'm saying, another one of my videos, he dribbled too fucking much, bro. It's like, and it's hard for to change his game because he's been playing like this since he was like 15 years old in the Euro League. You get what I'm saying? That nigga Luka Doncic kills the team, bro. And that's why Jalen Brunson haven't been able to get in any kind of rhythm this series. See, Jalen Brunson is thinking right now too much. Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie, instead of just playing basketball, they're thinking. Because they think that, oh man, this is a good defensive team. No, nigga, make your move and be confident in that move. You know what I'm saying? If they come with good defense, now you have a counter move. But you gotta be able to be brave enough and aggressive enough to and confident enough to make that move. That secondary and third. You should have, you know what I'm saying, the primary, the secondary, and then your third and fourth. You gotta go deep into your bag, bro, when you play against good defenses. Because they're always going to try to figure out a way to take away, you know what I'm saying, where you're comfortable at. And take away that first move that you like to go to get you a bucket. Or even set you up to score or set your teammates up. But Phoenix, I don't understand what, not Phoenix, but Dallas. J. Kidd, and I said this at the beginning of the series. I say this is going to be a matchup between Monty Williams and Jason Kidd. Who's going to make the adjustments? Who's going to make the adjustments? And we've seen that the last two fourth quarters and second halves, Monty Williams have won the battle of the head coaching. Period. Because Luka is dribble, and they're not posting Luka up. See, Luka, if Luka posts up, 9 times out of 10, he got a smaller defender on him. He's going to draw attention because it's Luka. He's going to draw attention. Once you start drawing that attention, that's why you always work the ball inside out. Work it inside out first. Then you can get your wide open threes. Then Jalen Brunson can get in a rhythm instead of everybody having to go one-on-one. See, I don't like players that rely on just going one-on-one. I want a system into where I have great players who can go one-on-one, but let's make the game a little bit easier. Work the ball into the paint, you know what I'm saying, pass it around without dribbling, because then they're going to need your energy. They're going to need all of that in the fourth quarter. So if you training yourself throughout the game with the dribble, you feel me? You know, you ain't going to have nothing left to give in those later quarters. That's why you got to be smart about this shit, bro. Work your ball inside. Use your footwork, use your strength, use your vision. Now I need off-ball action. See, when you got motherfucker in a post that's dominant and you got a whole bunch of shit going on off-ball, like slashers and back picks and double stagger screens, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got somebody like Reggie Bullock from, I think even from North Carolina State. And then you got a Dinwiddie, then you got Max Kleber who can pull the big out of the paint. So you don't get no defensive 3 seconds. Now you got something to work with. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to have those guys running some off-ball action. If you're going to put somebody in the post, whether it's Dinwiddie, Jalen Brunson can post up at his side as a guard. He did it in Villanova, and he can do it in the NBA. I've seen him do it. If you post up any one of those 3 guys, you've got action. And now you can get the spot-up threes from the Dorian Finney-Smiths and, you know what I'm saying, all these players. And if I'm J. Kidd, I might explore playing Marquise Chris. Marquise Chris is a good player. He done picked up a little bit of weight, it looks like, but he has sustained that broken leg over with the Warriors, and they had to get rid of him. They had a little trade exception and shit, so they had to get rid of Marquise Chris, but the Warriors would have loved to have brought back Marquise Chris. Marquise Chris is an athletic big. He's been in the league for a little bit now. I think he came out of Washington a little bit too early, but I love Marquise Chris and what he can bring, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was shining with the Warriors before he had got injured. So I'm gonna bring back Marquise. I'm gonna start utilizing Marquise Chris. And if I'm Dwight Powell got a little mid-range jumper. He doesn't take that jumper. You have to put pressure. See, you can't be a Draymond. Everybody's not a Draymond Green, and everybody doesn't have an offense and players like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole on their team. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody can't play like Draymond. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not. I mean, everybody's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a copycat league. Draymond is Draymond, right? He's great at what he does and what he provides to his team and the role that he plays. But for Dwight Powell, I watched Dwight Powell out of Stanford. Dwight Powell had a little mid-range, and occasionally he would shoot threes. All of a sudden, it's like they told this motherfucker, I just need you to play defense and rebound. But if you're not going to be a threat offensively, and I'm not just talking about rim runs, if you're not going to be a threat offensively, bro, then it's pretty much 5-on-4. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's 5 players on defense, on a good defense, real good defense, guarding 4 players on offense. It's like everybody has to at least be a threat to score. You get what I'm saying? So I think Dwight Powell should shoot the midi a little bit more, because DeAndre Ayton is just sagging off all the way in the paint. He's just giving him a free jumper. And I'm like, Dwight Powell's jumper is not that bad. But he stopped shooting it for whatever reason. But it's like, nigga, you're not a Draymond type factor to say I'm not going to try to score. Like, you know what I'm saying? See, Draymond impacts the game in all other areas. I don't get that same, you know what I'm saying, presence from Dwight Powell. So I think he's going to need to be a little bit more aggressive. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, and then as far as Chris Paul, bro, I'm trapping Chris Paul. Every time off of that, take the ball out of his hands. Chris Paul is so good off that high pick and roll that he knows how to get to certain spots and angles on the floor. He's been doing this shit for years. A super heady and smart point guard. You know what I'm saying? So, you're not being physical with Chris Paul. See, when you allow Chris Paul to just go off and get his buckets, you have to put size and length on Chris Paul to be physical and close that airspace. If you let Chris Paul work with all that airspace, you're done. You're done. Close the airspace. Sort of kind of how they did on Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? In that Boston and Brooklyn series. Close that airspace. And then see if Chris Paul can work from the physicality. Because we know when you're physical with Chris Paul, he really don't like that. He starts complaining to the refs. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of these players love when they get to operate in space. Anytime you show them a little bit of resistance and physicality, the way, you know what I'm saying, the game has been reffed over the past 2 decades, decade and a half, then these players don't like that, bro. These players do not like real physicality. That's why I say Jose Alvarado got up in Chris Paul's head, drew some offensive fouls, forced some turnovers. But it just wasn't New Orleans' time. Like, you know what I'm saying? New Orleans kind of tapped out. They started letting Chris Paul get off. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? I thought New Orleans had the best shot other than Golden State to beat motherfucking Phoenix in a 7-game series. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? They played them real tough and they matched up really well with them. You feel me? They were just too young and inexperienced to overcome the veteran leadership of Monty Williams, you know what I'm saying, Chris Paul. So, and that's what that is. I mean, that's what Dallas needs to do. Dallas needs to fucking change shit up. This is when Jason Kidd's coaching acumen and all his motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, years of playoff experience comes in. You have to be able to make adjustments on the go. That's what separates you from the greatest, from the good to the greatest. You got to be able to make adjustments on the go. So, that's what it is, bro. That's my take on that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can let me know what y'all think. But, I didn't even allude Trey Burke. I would put Trey Burke. I would start mixing shit up, bro, and start throwing different lineups. Go small ball, Trey Burke. Because now what that does, you allow yourself to play faster. You got Brunson, Burke, motherfucking all these different people on the court. You know what I'm saying? Let them go to work. You know what I'm saying? Let them play fast. Get that rebound. Instead of having Luka get the ball and dribble up the court hella slow, you're allowing Phoenix to get back and transition and set their defense. See, you can get DeAndre Ayton a lot of fouls if you run his ass, because him and Chris Paul, they start getting tired. Chris Paul is older. Jay Crowder a little older. Run them motherfuckers out the gym. JaVale McGee got asthma. Run his ass out the gym. Don't allow Phoenix to get back and set their defense, though. It's like, what? These niggas, I don't understand what kind of adjustments these niggas don't be making, bro. If I'm Luka, I'm using Luka as a decoy. I'm gonna let that nigga creep over half court hella slow and use him as a decoy. But if I'm any other person, if I'm Luka, I'm giving the ball up and everybody else just run. Because in that way, once you run, nigga, now Phoenix gotta run. And what's your first motherfucking order of business in transition? Protect that paint. Get your ass back and play defense from inside out. So once you start making them pass, nigga, attacking that paint off in transition, you're collapse the defense in. Now Luka can step into wide open threes. Same thing with James Harden. Let somebody else run the action and initiate everything, and them niggas can be decoys, bro. And James Harden can get motherfucking catch and shoot, pull up threes. He doesn't work on catch and shoot, pull up threes. He tries to work too hard to get buckets. That shit is not sustainable, you know what I'm saying, in an NBA career. When you dribble all day and they're beating you up, they're being physical with you, and you're not getting the benefit of the doubt of the cause like you were earlier in your career. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just, they're not going to keep falling for all that bullshit, bro. When you shoot 100 free throws, that's not even basketball. Nobody wants to watch an NBA game where a motherfucker take 100 free throws. Real talk. Now, if a team is just out here fouling niggas, then that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? You have to call those. But if the motherfucker being physical with you and they forcing you to get into your bag and do something other than what you're used to doing, then, nigga, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. Nobody want to watch a nigga just sit there and shoot 100 free throws. You feel what I'm saying? It's like it takes the excitement off the game and it be boring, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what it is, man. That's my take. You feel me? And let me know what y'all think, man. Real E-Leezy. Love, live life, smile, cry, laugh, man. You already know.